So is that any better sound quality and volume wise?
A little bit.
Well, for the
Okay.
pipes themselves, yes.
Yeah.
It's when people talk
Okay.
that's the problem. That's where I'm hearing the echo is because the audio is coming out of your device and then back into it. So it creates a
Right.
circle basically. So that's where I'm
Is that
hearing the echo.
happening?
But when the bagpipes go, like when you're actually playing, it overpowers that no matter what because it's the type of sound it is. Music will always overpower. It's the talking that becomes the problem. It becomes that
Okay.
echoey back,
Yeah.
which is why like things like this are really handy because you've got the microphone here and the audio is going into an earbud. So something like a hands-free or something that's a Bluetooth would work when you're stopping to discuss things with people.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got two devices, you can feed them both. Like, you're running off your portable device, right? So you're running off a phone or
Run
a tablet, right?
running off my phone right now.
Yeah. It's still always best to run off a computer because then you have more control over everything.
So red eye
Yeah.
here. It's it's not the feedback in the sense of sound feedback. I'm trying to get information feedback. So
It's all the same thing.
if it's bad information,
Bad feedback is bad feedback, right? You know?
mm.
Right.
But yeah, like, I mean, the best thing about this is you can play this back later because now you've had me with this system with my earbuds on, so I'm not getting the echo from you guys coming out of the speaker and then back in to a microphone. So it's the
Right.
earbuds and the little. This is just one of those Apple mic thingies that come with the phones, so they don't cost anything. They kind of come with the device. So what you'll be able to do later now is you'll be able to play Ryan back and me back and you back, so you'll be able to play the broadcast back and you'll be able to hear what we're talking about and it'll give you
Yeah,
now a
I've done that
reference point.
before. I've done
Yeah.
that before. I ended up doing a lot of short videos, and it was like mic test 1.0, mic test 2.0. I got up to 9.0. So, and then I got into a great conversation with a guy in Scotland, and it was like 1 a.m. So, but
See,
I
1
am
a.m.
thinking,
there means 4 a.m. here. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that guy was on his way to work. I was on my way to bed. But that aside, I do have one other idea because part of it is I'm right now about 8 feet from our router when I move it, so it's right below the room that I usually broadcast from. But for my broadcast from my laptop, that seems to work pretty well. So I'm thinking that what I might try tomorrow or in a couple of minutes is setting up one of my mics in particular that I've had experience before where if I set it in kind of the right upper raised up spot downward angle, I pick up the whole instrument. And then if that picks it up decently and doesn't give the garbage I'm otherwise pulling my hair out on. So
But your echo is coming and going. For a moment ago, I couldn't even pay attention to you because, I mean, I had to really, really hard focus on what you were saying because, you know, your words were coming back on itself and they were overlapping. So, and then every once in a while it stops and goes like, I can hear myself echoing on your end because again, there's no feedback. Not feedback. There's no cancellation of the sound coming out of your device and the microphone going back
Right.
in.
okay.
So that's the trick on most of these. That's why when I do it, until these earbuds come, I got some really cheap, they're crap earbuds, but I don't care. At least I can hear other people, because we can't. Like when we're building stuff, this is limiting. It's only it doesn't
Right.
have a full, length. So I got these cheap, I think they were candy. What is it? But I can't remember
Skull candy.
the skull candy. Yeah, and I really don't care about the sound quality as long as so they'll Bluetooth into my computer. And then you've seen the microphones we've been wearing. Those were an incredible price for what they
Right.
are. They were just on clearance, and it's like last year's stock type thing. So we got two boom mics and two lapel mics plus the receiver for like $70 for the whole thing.
Hmm.
And that's Canadian.
Oh wow.
So
Hmm.
they
Yeah,
were
that's a heck of a bargain.
yeah, but they don't have the earbuds. So we just cheap skull candies. It was like $60 for the pair of skull candies, and Martin will wear like the left ear and I'll wear the right or whatever, because all we have to do is be able to hear what the other person's saying. So
Right.
the
Well,
the mics go into our old iPad, which is connected to the broadcast on the computer, and the earbuds will come from the computer. So it'll be two different sources, so we won't have that circular
It's not a continuous
echo.
loop. Exactly.
right, right.
Yeah.
But see as well, if I'm just broadcasting, doing a show, just broadcasting myself playing, then there's nobody else talking, ergo nothing coming out of my device.
But we all
So
want to get on and pick on you, so we all want things coming out of it. We want our voices coming out of your device, dude.
yeah, but see, I want to see you in Washington so you can pick on me personally. So
Do you have to rub it in? Do you have to rub it in how much I miss you, man?
or have me in Toronto so you can pick on me personally. But I mean, I'll deal with the picking on part of things just as long as I
We'll
get
take
to see
we'll take you in the bagpipes up the CN Tower, and we'll go out on the upper deck, and we'll just have you
There you
play on
go.
top of the CN Tower.
it.
Cool.
Everyone in Toronto will
Nope, guess
go.
you can't fly.
There is that.
All the way down. And
We'll go
there's
go
other
marching.
Canadians. There's
So-
other Canadians. Is that the Superman theme, eh?
We'll go marching over the Rainbow Bridge. You know, we're playing.
Let's see if Dawn floats.
Yeah, we could do that too, Dom. We can put you in a barrel.
I will be pissed off.
You'll
Oh
survive
my
the
goodness.
falls, won't you? You'll survive Niagara Falls. It's fine. You know, just...
As long as my pipes survive, that's the important part.
Yeah, Harold will support you on that. Harold will definitely support you on that. But yeah, we'll get Harold on the drums. You know, and Martin and I will get into costume. And oh my God, I miss you.
Wow.
But there you go. That's my 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think somewhere in here, maybe tonight, I'm going to do another test with that other microphone, which that one I can set up pretty quick. So at least, Ryan, if you keep an eye out, I might pop back on. I see that Vince is on there too, but that would be on my laptop, which would also make it easier to deal with comments and bring people in. So,
Well, if you
but-
leave them on here, like let them
Mhm.
stay on the cast while you do everything. All you do is when you start up your laptop and you start up your apps on the browser, just log on to the same broadcast, and this device will work as a second camera.
Okay.
And then you just turn this device off and
Oh, I
turn
didn't
it on
think
the
of
computer.
that. Right.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, as long
That
as you're
is
logging
easy.
onto the same broadcast, you don't have to let anyone go. That's
Okay.
how we do it.
Okay.
So yeah, when you get on your computer, open apps in your browser, go
Right.
live, choose this
Uh-huh.
broadcast,
Mhm.
and suddenly the device you're on right now, because it's the same broadcast for both devices, this device will become your second camera. Mm-hmm. See, and if you do that too on a regular basis, one device can be your microphone and the other device can be earbuds as your speaker so you can hear yourself as well as other people.
Okay.
Because you can
'Cause
turn
the
the
other
video
thing-
off on the second device but still leave the mic on.
Right. Well, and the other thing that I'm thinking of doing is it may, well, in any case, basically getting another cable, Cat5 cable, and running that just loosey-goosey right up the stairs and plugging my laptop in directly, and then I would get our highest speed connection here. Right.
Yep.
Which, depending on when I order that could be here Friday, even before my Friday broadcast. So.
But if you run everything from, like if you run the main broadcast from the computer,
Mhm.
oh hell with it. I'm going to give you another 5 minutes. That's how much I love you, dude. All right. Okay.
See, See, that's why it helps to keep your shirt untucked. Generally, I didn't mean you personally, but Christina.
Of course not.
Well, did you see what I did?
So that's my browser, right? That's HAPS on my browser,
That is about 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter.
right?
Right.
I can't do anything about that at that end, right? But if I'm doing this without my glasses because they're on the couch. So if I say go live, you'll see create broadcast is here, right? And you can see I'm on your broadcast there.
Right.
So it's on my list, and you can see this is the broadcast coming up on Thursday. I've already set it in there, right? So if I go to, we'll take this one that'll come up on Thursday. If I go to the studio, right, you can see there's all your social medias when you open it up. Next step, right? Enable camera and mic. So what that'll do is that right now is the webcam, which is sitting on the desk pointing up at the ceiling, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then what I would do is after I join the broadcast with my webcam, or it would be the computer's camera, but my computer's camera isn't great. You can see here, so what had happened is I'll open up my iPad, and then I will open up the HAPS app, and that same list of broadcasts will be there. So I choose that exact same broadcast, and suddenly my iPad will show up down here. And that's how I get my two cameras. And you can see here, it's registering my audio, because that webcam is right next to me. So when the second one comes on here, you wind up with two. And what you can do is you mute the one that you don't want the microphone to work on. Right? You leave it unmuted on the one you do want the microphone to work on. And this one you can plug in the earphones in, because its mic isn't doing anything. And that's how you hear the cast and other people. And you can control, you got this little gear here, and that brings up all this window where you control the volume of the microphone, right? You control, I usually leave mine fit container, right? And you've got all these things that you can control for each and every device that you have on camera. And then you can choose your layouts. You can see over here, you've got settings, right? You've got portrait and landscape. I usually do landscape more often than not. And you can do, these are my picture in pictures. So when you see our smaller picture, it's that one.
Ultimately, it's because you can log in with multiple devices at multiple times, like you can with Facebook.
More or less, yeah. And then when you're ready, you hit go live, and it does that 5-second countdown. And this is where I upload my videos to do all the preview video, the introductory video. Right? It just, you tell it where on the computer to find things. You can upload photos. You can, all these things. So that's all on the browser, though. That doesn't exist on the app. But you sign in on the app on your device, and it'll show up here as a second camera.
Right.
So we've been experimenting a lot. And I want to get out of here before I accidentally hit go live and ruin everything.
Mhm.
But yeah, see, that's how I get the picture in picture. This here, this large picture, is my cam, my webcam, right? And then, go like here. And then this small picture here is the iPad. The iPad is what our microphones are plugged into. And the webcam is where we hear everything from on the computer. So with our mics plugged into one device and our earbuds plugged into the other device, we can hear people without the feedback, without the circle round. And we can control everyone's volumes. And that's all it is. It's just the app is logged into the same broadcast as the browser HAPS is. And they just act as multiple cameras. So that's how we've been doing it. And that way you don't really have to buy anything else. You can work with what you got. And
Yeah, well, leastwise, if I buy a cable, I was going to buy, because we have Cat5 cable, but I don't have the RJ45s. Let's see. There we go.
So now you have audio coming from both devices.
Yeah, I know.
Well, no, you can turn, like, I mean, if no matter how many devices you have, you can control that. You can turn the video off on one, keep the audio on, or you can turn the audio off on one, so you don't create that feedback. You really must trust me more often, mister.
Really must trust me more often, mister.
But listen, if you yeah, see, so now you've got both. So the one, ooh,
Yeah, see, so now you've got both.
I can turn this down. That's right in my ear. Oh, that hurt, Don. But
Sort of.
from the one that's your laptop, right? You see on the browser a version of HAPS. You'll see that each camera has their microphone in. So you turn off the microphone on one, and you put earbuds in for the audio on the other, and you won't get that feedback.
You put earbuds.
Okay, that allowed me to switch over to the computer.
Switch over to the computer.
Oh, but my phone is still going.
Your phone is still going.
You turn the mic off on your phone, you now have a separate camera. Or you just, don't
Yeah,
stop
I know. I
broadcast.
can't figure out.
Don't stop broadcast on your phone. Just quit the app, and it'll suddenly disappear. But you'll still have the broadcast.
Yeah, it didn't want me to do that.
Oh, you just.
Huh?
I do it all the time. Yeah.
Let's see if that stays, because this one I've got the app totally stopped.
But you can turn the camera off on your phone too on the app.
Oh, okay, yeah, when I went in there. Okay. Okay, this has been interesting. So here's the thing. This microphone, I've used it before. If I put it at kind of a downward angle up high, it picks up the whole instrument. And as long as I don't have butt sound in here, which right now I've got this echo, that doesn't make sense.
Well, because it's coming out of your speaker and then back in your mic, and coming out of your speaker and back in your mic.
Yeah, usually it doesn't do that.
This is still easier technology than what I used to work with in the 80s. So.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Chris came back. I haven't been looking at any of the comments.
Oh,
tired girl. Well, usually I don't get this, but it's very rare that I've done, I've had people on for chat. Usually it's just the music, but what I'm thinking I might do is stop this, set up this mic, and then start a new broadcast and see if I can lose this feedback garbage.
Well, I'm going to abandon you to Ryan because
That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
videos to convert in time.
Yeah, I can't stay much longer either.
We love you, Don, honestly.
Still get 111 views for that finally? Golly, I can't get views for music, but I can get views for talking. Anyway, go ahead and go. I'm probably going to come back in a couple of minutes with having some of this gear set up and see how things go from there. So,
Vince, come back and help Don.
Thank you both. Thank you everyone that's come in and left comments. I haven't had time to.
Night, night, everyone.
See you guys.
Good night.